Fuck is you talk about, pussy boy? You don't even get no pussy boy. You don't put up no shots, you don't get no blocks, and you looking like a rookie boy. You was in class, I was getting ass, I was playing hooky boy. Now I'm counting up the cash, getting all this dough, looking like a cookie boy.
Alright, what's good, y'all? We are back with another episode of Takeover Talk. This is episode 9, so make sure you go back to episode 8. Let me know who you thought won between who was that, DJ Jordy Jaw and myself. Of course, y'all gonna say Jordy Jaw won because she looked mad good and all that, but y'all niggas be going crazy. But this is episode 9. I got a special guest with me, Big Queens DJ. You already know the vibes. We about to turn up. Make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. DJ Takeover Talk, episode 9. Let's get into it, man. All right, and we are back with my special guest, episode 9. I would tell him your name, but the female's gonna be like, nah, let him tell him himself. What's his name? Let him talk to us. So tell him who you are and all that. They probably already know who you are and all that already.
What's going on? It's DJ Sparkx. I'm in the building. My boy DJ Takeover. Y'all know what it is, man.
DJ Sparkx?
That's right.
That's how. That's all you're like. Oh, I'm just DJ.
It's simple. That's it, man. You know, yo, listen. The truth is,
you don't want to be like, yo, world travel, world.
Nah, yo. The funny thing is, as much as I'm in the DJ limelight and I do all of that, I try to be super low key. Like really, I'd rather be one of those people that make money, but you don't know is making money, or is doing certain things that you just see them and they regular when you see them.
So you ride the train to your gigs?
I'd rather what? No, nah. Never that.
You ain't that humble?
Never that. I mean, it's impossible. It's impossible because, one, I need to get in and get out.
Yeah.
I need to get in and get out. That's one.
Because you book like 5 places one night.
Sometimes, right? But I got to get in, get out. But then you also got to move equipment. So, I can't even move like that, But I want to be one of those low-key people like, yo, one of those, when you go down the street, you see somebody that's rich. You don't know that they're rich because they kind of live a real low-key, humble lifestyle. Like, I don't want to be in everybody's face all the time loud.
But the nigga who comes with some slippers to the dinner, but he picks up the whole bill.
Yeah, right.
Like,
yeah,
how did he do that?
That guy.
But really, tell him who you are though, because you just like, I'm just DJ Sparkx. I be spinning the records. Let him know like you be, you'll be around the globe and all that.
All right, so DJ Sparkx. I've been a DJ for over 20 years. I toured with Cardi B.
20 years only? Over 20 years.
Over 20 years. Over 20 years. Because I started in 2000.
I be watching your footage. I'm like, damn, these niggas is some young ass DJs. But tell them, telling them. I
20 years.
I cut you off on the spice on the Cardi B.
I toured with Cardi B. A lot of people caught wind of that, of course. I also do mix shows on Hot 97 in New York City. I've also done mix shows on Apple Music as well as Sirius XM. Also been on 10 Westwood, Capital Extra in the UK. And like DJ Takeover said, I've toured all over the world. I played in Amsterdam, I played in France, I've played in the UK, obviously, all over the Caribbean. And I played pretty much every arena in the USA.
Every arena?
I don't want to say every arena, but like a lot of the major ones. A lot of the major ones.
You DJing with Cardi B, you damn near did almost every arena. So I'm not even.
I did quite a few.
All right. So before I get into the Cardi B stuff, what do you? Damn, I had a good question. What was like your worst? What was the worst place you like DJ? Like, what was the place you went that was like the toughest to DJ? Like because maybe the language, or you just didn't know the vibes, or.
So the funny thing is, when you go overseas, like, America is the entertainment hub for the world. That's how I look at it, because they always know what's going on over here.
Facts. And
even if you don't know the music that's going on on their side of the world, but if you're playing hits from the US, they know what it is. And I think 50 said in an interview one time, he was saying that one of the things that worked is creating melodies, because even through the language barrier, people can still follow the melody. Even when they, go to their shows, people could follow the melody and kind of sing along. So that always worked for them. So if you're playing Billboard hits, you'll be good. You'll be good.
All right, but which place was the
hardest?
Yeah, which one just got a little funky? It was just tough out there. It was just like they just wasn't jacking it.
I don't know. I think I had really good reception pretty much everywhere I went.
Everywhere.
I think everywhere I went, I pretty much had good reception. And I'm not saying it to toot my own horn, but I think, I mean, when you're doing these shows, when I go out of the country too, they're really really big shows. When you have a lot of people, it's actually easier to rock that crowd. I think the hardest events is when there's a little bit of people, right? So, when you have 200, 300, 400, 1,000, two
You don't
thousand,
get
3,000.
nervous. You don't be scared.
I think yes and no.
What about the first show? Tell us about the first show you did.
All right.
With
So-
Cardi, how was that? Like, was you nervous? Was it like when you saw those people, you was like, oh damn.
Well,
Also, are they throwing you out there to like do your thing before Cardi come out? And
all right. So let's
so it's
get
like
into
a lot
that.
of pressure. Like,
So there is a lot of pressure to perform, right? But as DJs, we've already touched so many stages. So I think one of the things that does happen is before I go on stage, sometimes I do feel nervous, right? I start to get that adrenaline going, and then you start to get that little nervousness. But after you play your first two songs, then you right back in your your groove as a DJ.
so
as
every
a
time those
performer.
first two songs work.
Yeah.
Because if they don't work, then it's shit. You gonna be like,
Nah, I don't think it's all of that. I think the nervousness is not because I don't think I can perform. I just think that I've always had stage fright. That's the funny thing. I've always had stage fright, so it's not something that it's something that I just always work to overcome and stuff. And I think that's why I like to kind of play the background a lot of times, because like I don't always want to be out there. It's like I do get that stage fright, right? So I start to get the jitters, but then you start to play a couple of records, you start to feel good, and then you start going. Even if the records ain't hitting right off the bat, I think we all got tools as DJs over the years that these go to songs is gonna kind of get people in their bag. You got to kind of warm them up to you a little bit. So
what are not on concert level? What are your go-to songs in the party?
in a party,
In the party, like what really gets the people up?
all right.
Even if it's a trash song.
I think so. Usually when I'm at a party, my key is to get people to catch a vibe versus playing necessarily the big hits. It's more so to make you feel good, catch a vibe, and just kind of get the music in sync with the people. So there's a couple of ways to do it. Like I think one of the keys is, and you see this a lot in like dance hall parties, right? Like back in the day, you used to go to a dance hall party. Every DJ that got on the set, they would slow it down and then pick it back up.
Yo, I hate when they do that, bro.
Right.
5 times in one night.
5 times in one night.
I don't need to hear the Celine Dion 5 times, bro. And you know what I'm
But
talking about.
the idea that they were trying to do is just basically get the people, to vibe with them so they could do what they want to do. But I don't particularly like doing that. I like to kind of pick up where the last DJ left off.
Pick up on the vibe.
Right.
Exactly.
If the vibe is right.
If it's right. Because most of the times the vibe already be going good, and then you come in.
Right.
Niggas like, oh, give me another Guinness.
Yeah, so if the vibe isn't right, I would switch the genre. I would just move to a different genre so I could kind of start fresh with the people and kind of pick them up and then lead them to where I want to go. I don't know if there's exactly a perfect go-to song, because even when I perform, I don't really pick out the songs before I get up on the stage and perform. I kind of watch the people, and a couple of minutes before I go on, I'm trying to think what will kind of jumpstart and get them going. So
that last final second, I be going through my Serato like, damn, what? For me, the song that always get people going, and I hate it, and I don't know why they even still want to hear it. Even last night, I'm DJing for the kids, and it's the damn cha-cha slide.
oh yeah. I hate line dances.
Yo,
I hate line dances.
but it's what gets them going.
no, that could work. The wobble, all that stuff works, right? Private events, all that stuff works. But even in private events, like I'll make it a thing not to play the line dances. Like I'll start the dance floor cold with a banger though.
I try not to, but like the line dances, it just gets everybody. I could get you if you want to get the younger kids, you know what to do, drill. But when you want to get everybody, the grandmother, the aunties, everybody going, the go-to is just usually the line dance. I hate it. I'm just like, damn. Because I play it so many times. It must be the #1 song in my Serato at the schools. Everybody cha-cha slide, cha-cha. It's like, God damn, I need Casper to
Beyonce ain't work.
cut me a check. What, the Beyonce works too? No, this is all in. Beyonce's in the mix of it. Before
Yeah.
I Let Go
Yeah.
and all that. Sometimes I be hitting them with. Sometimes there's like a 10-minute. You know the 10-minute set with the Before I Let Go, with the old Before I Let Go, with the fucking
Vivian Green.
What, yeah, what you do?
Vivian Green.
And then you end it off with the Beyonce. It gets lit, but they gotta have the patience for that. You gotta know the crowd.
Right.
They don't have the patience.
If
But
if I'm at a private party, two ways I can start off to really, well, a couple of ways I can start off, right, depending on the crowd. Like if it's a younger audience, yeah, I will go straight to the Down South records, get it going off the rip, right? If it's a Caribbean audience, you know you're gonna touch that reggae or that soca, and it's gonna move the floor guaranteed. If it's like a straight American audience, and you can start with like a Beyonce or something, and kind of get the floor going. So there's a couple of different ways to do it. It just really depends.
so, do you know what's the most song played that you played in your laptop through your whole DJ career? What song do you think you played the most through your whole DJ career? This is a new question. You the first
Most?
DJ to get that question.
Most in my DJ career,
Mine's is the Cha Cha Slide. I'm gonna just go with that.
I think all right, so I think around 2008 or 9, maybe. I don't know when Swag Surfing dropped. And the reason why I'm mentioning that record is because that record is one of the most played records. Like, even if you don't play all of the records around the time when Swag Surfing came out, that's one of the most played records. I think some other records a little bit more occasional, right?
You agree with Flex? You hate Swag Swerve, or is Flex just be capping because he played this shit so much?
You play it so much. I kind of hate the record. Because yes, it's we played it, like we really played it a lot.
Nah, my Swag Surf is still lit. I still be getting that shit.
No, it works. Don't get it twisted. I play it and it works, but I think it's played. It's played. Like I can go a couple of parties without playing it and be very okay.
I go a lot of parties without playing it. I go a lot of parties without playing that song. I don't play a lot. You play a lot of Jay-Z and Biggie and shit?
Yeah, I play a lot of Jay-Z and Biggie, but maybe let me take that back. Maybe my most played record definitely might be Back That Thing Up. Back That Ass Up. Yeah.
This nigga's freaky in the party.
Yeah,
Niggas
I
just
think
everybody going
I think
crazy.
that, you know why? Because when I started DJing in 2000. That was the most played record.
99, 2000.
Right.
He says it.
That was the most played record at the time. So from when I started DJing, that was on one of my first, CDs that I burned. Was like, that was on it. I remember Fabulous was one of my favorite records. Him and Lil Mo, the Superwoman. Right. There was a couple of records at that time that, like, those were like really good records at the time. But Back That Ass Up, we was in the basement parties.
Who got the best verse on Back That Ass Up?
Definitely not Wayne.
All right, so we're gonna end the interview. Why not Wayne? That was the best part.
I like the part that you can't stand it, stick bend it.
Oh, Made Fresh.
Yeah. I like that verse. But maybe it's because I'm tired of the Wayne part too. I play that all the time too.
Nah, Wayne, every verse. Lil Wayne's my favorite
it works.
rapper.
Wayne works.
That wasn't even a verse though. That was just some shit.
Yeah, I know. But Wayne works.
All right, so you've been doing this 20 plus years?
Yeah, 20 plus years.
What influence? Why did you start DJing? Like, what influenced you to start DJing? Why you want to start DJing?
So the truth is, my homeboy influenced me. He had DJ equipment.
Who's that?
His name was Lloyd. He's not a DJ now. Well, I think he DJs a little bit, but not.
What was his DJ name?
We didn't have none. We was just kids just doing it. Right. So, like when we started, we didn't have no DJ names. We was just playing music.
So your rich friend just had DJ gear?
Yeah.
Same shit with my boy Diddy was the same shit. We was just spinning back. Who am I?
So he used to play music. He was a DJ, right? He was like, dabbling in it and stuff. And then You know, I had him come out and do my birthday party one year, and then a couple of days later, he's like, "Yo, we should start up a DJ crew," because this was my right hand man at the time. He's like, "Yo, we should start up a DJ crew. We all DJ and do." I said, "All right, cool, let's do it." So a lot of us, I think, as DJs, we start as hobbies. We don't know that this is going to be like what we do for like forever. You know, so we started as a hobby. We ain't had no money for real. We was like really just hustling to get the bread. You know, doing anything we could do to get money to get.
Was y'all when you was DJing? What was it? Records and all that type of shit.
So when I first started, yeah, it was definitely amps. That's when they first started coming out with like the dual CD players. You know, Denon and stuff had dual CD players, and it was a lot of other cheap brands like Newmark and you know.
You would say you started doing the CDs,
CDs, right? So when I first started, I started on the dual CD player, not the turntables, just the two disc drives.
Track 2, play from 7 to 5,
yeah,
from 7 to 9 on this CD, and then
yeah,
switch to this side,
yeah.
play 14 to 18.
All right, so that's how I started, right? And I didn't know nothing about blending, nothing at all whatsoever. I didn't learn how to blend until college. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't learn how to blend until college, right? So started on CDs, but then the year following,
What college you went to?
I went to New York Tech, then I went to Nassau, and then I went to Queens College.
All right.
I went to 3 colleges. But I was popping at like every college. That's another story. I was popping at every college. Don't get it twisted. So
got like 8 questions I gotta remember to ask already right now.
I'm gonna get into all of that. But yeah, I started with CDs with my homeboy. I think I was like in 10th grade at the time. But then when I got to my senior year, I started DJing with this other dude named DJ Dr. Drew. And he's also from Queens. He's from Jamaica, Queens. And then we was doing records because he had like all vinyls and stuff. And then we started buying even more vinyl. We was just doing a whole bunch of vinyl. And then by the time I got into college, that's when CD turntables came out and all of that, right? So the reason why I said I was popping at every college is because that's what made me popular. DJing at colleges. That's really, really what made me popular.
You was the college club kings?
Yeah, college club kings. Right.
Shout them out. Shout out the
right.
Is that still a thing? Or
that's still a thing.
That's still a crew?
That's still a crew. It's still a thing.
Y'all still messing up the colleges?
I just left Stony Brook the other day, man. Listen. Right. We still doing our thing at the colleges. But yeah, I was popular at New York Tech, CW Post, which is LIU, SUNY Westbury, Adelphi.
Stay out my school.
Adelphi, that was my stomping ground. Adelphi, Hofstra, those were the main campuses that I was at. Okay, and then I started linking with other DJs like Spinfo and Spider. They were doing Stony Brook. They was doing St. John's.
Yeah, they had that shit on lock.
Yeah,
I was trying to get a. I'm like, yo, let me get a gig. And he's like, yo, we got Spinfo. We got DJ Spider and Scooter and all these. And I'm like, yo, bro,
right. And Scooter was at Westbury, so he had a lot. So yeah, a lot of us, we went to certain colleges and we had those schools on lock, and we just really got busy. Really got busy. You know, those were the days.
Yeah, y'all niggas had that shit on lock because it was tough getting a gig out there. I was like, yo, just fuck with your boy, DJ Takeova. I had to wait for one of these niggas to be sick type shit. Like, yo, bring in Takeover, then the shit get lit. Then I would start to build it from there. Shit was tough.
Right.
But shout out to College Club Kings. I know that name.
Yeah.
Niggas on every fucking flyer.
So we was doing all the colleges. So we came together, you know, formed a collective of just DJs that like we just all was heavy in the colleges, and we kind of kept the circle tight. We kind of just put our foothold on it so nobody else can't get in for real. But you know, no hate. It was, you know, keep your conglomerate strong.
So yo, I can't be a venture, bro.
You know. So and we still do that to this day, man. I'm still getting colleges through some of my college club kings, and you know, we still doing our thing.
What's the best college you DJ'd? Which one do you think is the best?
In trouble now. The best. I think I like Stony Brook a lot. I like Westbury a lot.
I was about to say, don't put some respect on Westbury.
No, I like Westbury. You know what it is? Certain schools have bigger parties. That's what it is. Stony Brook has some really big parties. Westbury has some really big parties. All the other schools are a little bit moderate. LIU had a lot of really good parties. I did a lot of really good parties for them. Yeah, I got some footage, some crazy footage in LIU. Yeah, that's a good school right there.
Upload that on the gram. Upload that.
Word.
All right. So how did you get your DJ name? Since
Oh,
y'all started out with no name and all
we
that.
started out with no name. I ain't had a name for a long time, right? But the name was really Sparkx was given to me by one of my homeboys, and it had nothing to do with DJing. It just I think that's more just my personality at the time. I was really outgoing. If I was in the room, you would know I was in the room. I was one of those people, like always, not necessarily searching for attention, but I knew how to create attention around me.
For the hoes.
I knew how to create attention. Yo, that's one of the 48 laws of power, right? Like you got to learn how to bring attention to yourself, and it's one of those things.
Yeah, I know about that. Shit is, it's a good and a bad thing. Could be good and bad depending on who you around and shit like that.
It's good and bad, but they even tell you like even bad attention, you got to know how to flip it. And utilize it as well. So
I just read that book like recently too, like maybe the last 5 years, and I'm not even supposed to be reading because I said after I graduate college, because I was a nerd, I used to actually read all my homework. I was like, yo, when I graduate college, I'm not reading another book till I'm 40. And I end up reading a little bit. So you said your boy gave you the name DJ Sparkx?
Right. Well, he gave me the name Sparkx, so that was more like my street name, right? And then I was just like, all right, I throw the DJ.
You was killing people. You was
nah. I ain't no killer. Yo, the funny thing is, I used to be around a lot of street shit, and then after a while, I started to realize that I'm a DJ. I can't be involved in the streets.
They gonna fuck it up for you,
bro. It's not even that. People know where to find me every night, bro, because I was getting into fights and stuff. People would come to the club. They'll be waiting outside for me, and I'm just like, damn, I don't know if I could walk outside right now. And it's like, then you start to kind of mature up, and you're like, all right, if I'm going through this and being in the limelight, I can't be living the street life. It's just not gonna work for me. I'm gonna get myself killed. So I just made a decision, like, all right, I'm gonna just stay away from all of this street shit and just focus on doing this.
It's been a lot of fights at your events?
Nah. My crowd. So a lot of my crowd is more the working, like people that work 9 to 5. They got kids. Very school oriented. So like my
you
crowd,
don't be playing Dipset?
I play all of that.
Oh, all right.
Nah, they still listen to all the hood music, but I think their mindset is a little bit different. They all want to go home at the end of the night for the most part. You know what I'm saying? They know they got kids, they got families, they got, they don't want to be messing around with the BS, which is good.
All right, so how was let's start talking some Cardi B stuff.
Yeah.
You want to tell us some tours, some all right, so this is for the DJs. You want to tell them what it's like being a tour DJ, like preparation, shit like that. Do you have control over what you're doing on the stage, or is it more management, or is like, do you have control for the beginning part and like talk to them about the show, getting prepared for the show and all that? Practice, you gotta do practice and all that.
That's a fact. I mean, so I think with any artist that you work with, you got to build chemistry, so you got to rehearse, so if you think you're gonna go on stage and wing it, that's cool. But I think the best performances are rehearsed, right? You start to get that cohesiveness. You start to kind of gel a little bit. One thing about me and Cardi when we was on that stage is, for the most part, I could read her body language. And it's like she can give me signals without necessarily giving me signals, and I know what I need to do to, help her perform on that stage. Preparation for every city is a little bit different. One of the first things that I did before I touch every city is I'm going to take notes on what are the key songs in that city. I'm going to go online. I'm going to see what are the key hip-hop radio stations, and I'm going to see what those stations are playing. So then the in-town artists, I would kind of know who those people are. And even if I had to ask somebody when I touched down in a city, hey, what's going on? Boom, boom, and find out and get the scoop, I would do that. You know what I'm saying? So before I do any show, I would have that. I know this is what's popping in this city. I know, these records work. So I would sit down and do that, But like I said, going across the country, Billboard is important because these are the songs that are most popular in the country. You got to pay attention to the Billboard. I know a lot of the stuff that was happening in New York just wasn't happening in Cali. It's different demographic, so it was preparation on that part. And every show was different. Like some shows I got to DJ for a half an hour before I brought Cardi out. Some shows I DJ'd an hour before Cardi came out. You know, it was a little bit different. Every show was a little bit different, man.
A whole hour
Yeah, but I could
with
do
the
that.
crowd.
I could do that though.
But
I could do that though.
Yeah, you could do that, but
I could do that.
I be at shows. I know how they be. They be like,
They be
yo,
restless. They be
yeah, They
restless.
be like, yo, bro, like that's what I'm saying. A whole hour as a DJ, Cardi. If I was DJing for anybody, they'd be like, yo, bro, you gotta go out there for an hour.
Nah,
I'm gonna be like, God damn, nigga.
The
like,
hour is not on purpose. Cause you know what it is? Sometimes they would have a DJ that's on. I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna get on the stage and perform. Like
he's just trash.
not because he's trash. It's because it's like you gotta take that opportunity. It's like when you see the opportunity, you have to take it, right? Because nobody gonna just give it to you. So it's
That's
like
a fact.
you gotta get up there and you gotta take it. So I used to kind of like, yo, I gotta get on the set right now. And I used to get busy, right? So sometimes Cardi, you know, I knew what Cardi's showtime was. I knew what time she had to be on stage.
So that was just you on your sneaky shit, on your sneaky vibes.
You gotta
like,
capitalize on the opportunities, man.
I gotta start doing it. I'm not a capitalist. I don't be trying to capitalize.
You
I just
gotta
be
be
trying to chill. And be
part of being successful is you gotta be an opportunist. This is entertainment. You gotta be an opportunist. You see a stage, you gotta get on that stage and perform every single time.
See me, I'll be like, nah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I only need 10 minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Then I get my 10 and I just make sure it's different than they shit. But I'm gonna probably start doing what you, cause sometimes I be being modest and I let other people go on the stage and then they doing the shit. I just be like, damn, son, this crowd could be having so much more fun.
Right.
I should have just fucking took over real quick.
Right.
And then I don't.
DJ Takeova, that's what you're supposed to do.
It used to be like that. I'm old and washed now, so I just be on some chill shit.
Never watch. Older and mature, man. Let me tell you something. Like, it's a lot of these young boys that's in the club right now that might not even know who I am, right? They be like, oh, it's one of them old wash DJs. Nah, because I still go inside the club and I'm still gonna give them the work.
Now, how you feel about it? Let's talk about this. How you feel about the club scene now?
I mean, it's cool. It's cool.
You like it?
I'm just, when I say it's cool, it's because I don't really want to critique it too much.
Nah, we the DJ.
I don't want to critique it.
I think it's do.
Right. I mean, it depends where you're doing parties. You know, one of my favorite.
Are you doing these R&B parties?
Nah. I'm not. Yo, I've done a couple, but I'm not super duper R&B type of guy.
Bro, like, how old are you? Like almost 40, right?
I'm 37.
Okay, like, nigga, we 35 and over. I can't, like, bro, what are you talking about? Come out at nighttime and you doing R&B all night? Like, you're bugging the fuck out, nigga. I'm tired now, nigga.
Nah. I'm not.
Them niggas, I'm like, yo, I went
doing
out. I'm like, yo, bro, R&B. I didn't know it was R&B night all night.
Yeah.
So I'm just like in there, and I'm like, yo, bro, like, niggas gonna play R&B all night. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yo. Nah, the party scene is really, cause I do more private stuff now because you know the clubs is just mad shit. Niggas don't be paying. I can't be in there watching niggas pop 500 bottles and I'm not even making one bottle. Niggas don't want to pay you one bottle money.
Right.
Shit. Like,
or it's Halloween. They're giving out $500 for the costume.
And they ask you to DJ for 200. You don't make no sense. And then you want me to hand somebody the $5?
Yeah,
and
right.
then I have to chase you down for my 250 later.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
It just don't make sense. But I did go out and I'm like, yo, damn, son. This shit is trash. It's just
right. So
trash.
yeah, like I said, I'm not a huge R&B guy. Like I'll go to an R&B party, I'll vibe, but it's not the vibe that I want to DJ all night. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm very hip hop. I'm very so much hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do R&B all night. You know, but I'll go to them. I've DJ'd a couple of them. You know, if y'all want to call me for an R&B party, as long as the money's right, I'm coming outside.
Yeah, we coming outside.
I'm coming outside. Don't get it twisted. I'm coming outside.
Facts.
But you said you like the private party scene.
I'm mixy. Like I be like, damn, I want to take over the clubs, but I don't got the patience for the like. I went to school. You went to school, so shit just don't make sense mathematically.
Right.
And it's like, it's a lot of work that we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to either we're gonna have to take over the party scene ourselves and throw our own parties.
Right.
But then promoters be going mad hard, and it's hard for the DJs to just be throwing their own parties and getting people to come out type shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard for us to get the support. But then the promoters is not. They don't know how to. Either they some dickheads or they some jerk or they some like janky promoters. Because either they don't know how to talk to the owners of the club.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, like. You can't make a living off of just getting the door and not getting the bar or some percentage of the bar.
Right,
And it just never makes sense. And even when shit is popping, y'all niggas don't be paying niggas correctly. Like, bro, there's no way.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I just
janky
bought
promoters.
somebody here who bought like 10 bottles, bro.
There's a lot of janky promoters.
4 of those bottles can't go to me.
That's why I don't do certain clubs. Like one of the last clubs I did, I got paid. I got paid four.
Niggas hate saying how much because it's like,
I don't want to say actual numbers, but I got paid 4 figures
yeah.
to go to that club. You know what I'm saying? So, it was in the 4-figure range, like it was past 4 figures. So yeah, just to go to the club, so it really gotta be worth my time. That's all.
And it's hard to get those kind of.
It's
you got to be like that. You got to get the direct plug. Like
right.
Connect.
It's definitely, it's not easy. Not in New York City. I think the problem with New York City is there's so much talent here, and everybody's trying to get their situation off. So what happens is one guy is trying to beat the next guy's price, trying to beat the next guy's price, trying to beat the next guy's price, and it basically drives the whole market down.
Yeah, we need to have a cutoff. Like,
right.
What you think the cutoff should be? I would say like 1,000. Nigga.
It's really, and it's really tough because I even thought about that, right? But then it's like, how do we gauge who deserves to get this and who deserves to get that? Because every DJ is not on the same level,
That's true.
So,
do you like the shit they be doing where the promoters be like, oh, I'll pay you based on how much people you bring?
That is a robbery.
Like, bro,
that's a robbery. That's
a
swindle.
Promoter. I'm not a promoter.
That's
about?
a swindle. So it's like I got to DJ the party and bring the
people.
So you might as well throw the party yourself.
Exactly.
So for a lot of my career, I was throwing a lot of parties too. A lot of people didn't know that I was involved in a lot of these events, but a lot of these events, yeah, I was the promoter as well. So it's cool. Cause I would have other DJs on. Cause like I said, I don't always worry about shining, right? Because I want to make the money. So there's a lot of events where I did where, I was there. I wasn't DJing. I had other DJs, but I'm making the money.
Still making money.
Right. Yeah. So you gotta know how to work the game.
Shit is wicked out here, man. I just stick to, I don't know. I just do my shit. Right now, I just do the schools. Private events. I see you be with Finer Touch. I had DJ Brown Boy up here.
Right.
I be seeing you, G Money, Brown Boy, his cousin. I be having this shit go crazy.
All right, so just for the record, so we talked about the clubs and stuff, but I also have my DJ entertainment company, where we do a hell of a lot of events. I think this year, I gotta look at my sheets, but I did well over 100 events, easily over 100 weddings this year as well. We have lights, we have photo booths, we have pretty much everything you need for a private event. Like we have it all at my company and stuff. I also subcontract and I work for other companies like Finer Touch. I work for another company called Untouchables. I work for quite a few different companies in the private party world. So.
Don't you wish you knew this before? Chasing that stupid ass club. The club will get you fucked up in the DJ game.
So,
because you just in all this competition and you don't even realize there's so much.
There's a lot of money out here.
So much more money. Sometimes it's damn near free money. Niggas just need you to.
Chill. You're giving too much notes. Listen,
nah, this.
You gonna have dudes trying to come where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this show is all about spreading love and getting all the DJs right. Because I don't like.
This is why we put it in an ebook.
Nah.
Listen.
I don't got a blue check. I can't be selling no ebooks and shit. You feel me? I'm not giving away all the gems. I'm just giving the little.
Just a sprinkle. Just a sprinkle.
Just a little.
So just to let y'all know the gems, we're gonna sprinkle it. So the funny thing is,
so give them on the show. I always ask the DJs to give a DJ hack or a gem that they have. So you could actually do that right now. All
right. So to be successful,
I'm giving too much.
To be successful, to be successful as a DJ, as an entrepreneur, because one thing I hear all the time is, oh, I can't get in touch with so-and-so. I can't never reach him. One, answer your phone. Even if somebody call you and you got to text them back, do that. But respond. Okay, respond in a timely manner. And be punctual. If you say you're gonna be somewhere at a certain time, you be there at that time. And I think those are the two biggest things. You don't even have to be good,
Or even an hour before.
or even an hour before, right? So a lot of my events, especially private parties, I arrive sometimes 3 hours in advance.
Now you're doing too much. Nah,
not-
but if you bringing a photo booth
It's,
and
it's
all
not.
that,
It's not even that.
3 hours.
It depends what I'm bringing. But for me, it's like if I'm not doing anything prior to the event, I'd rather be there and set up. And then if I want to go do lunch, I go do lunch.
That's true. That's true.
You know, but the point is, I'm there. I figured out my parking if I gotta figure out parking. You know, I'm not rushing to be ready for an event. You ever go to an event where it's like, yo, it's about to start and everything is not set up?
Bro, I just did Queens College the other couple weeks ago.
Right.
Their Midnight Madness.
Mm-hmm.
I get there, niggas got a whole 2-3 pages of music for me to download.
Right.
For everybody's intro, every basketball player that's coming out.
Right. They gave you a whole show.
I didn't get there at a time that I usually I get there like an hour before. This time probably got there like 40 minutes, 30 minutes before. But it was just like I got the job done because Takeover we do that, we get the shit done. But it was like you said, it was a lot of unexpected shit. They was like, damn. I'm surprised you got all that done. I didn't even know some of the people behind the scenes when they was like, yo, you downloaded all the music. Everybody came out. You had everything queued up. Da da da. I was like, yeah, I do this a lot, but y'all really dropped the ball.
Cause crazy.
This dude was supposed to email me this list, and it's just like
I don't do last minute. That last minute, forget about all of that. But
you just gonna leave them hanging? I just charge them. I just be like, yo, bro,
nah,
you had me do
I
extra work.
I let them know from when I talk to them, and I have conversations, and I try to find out details on what exactly they want to do from when they hire me. There's forms they got to fill out. So this
that was all that, guys.
Yeah.
That was all his fault. He even after he was like, yo, bro, I was doing a lot. We just went to Six Flags. I was like, yo, as long as it works out, I'm cool. I'll just be cool. But if the shit was looking bad, I'd have probably got on the mic like, yo, bro, your boy right here did an email. No, I wouldn't do that. Never do that, DJs. Never throw nobody under the bus.
Yeah, never throw nobody under the bus. But I know you said 3 hours might sound excessive, but I'm telling you right now.
Now I've done that before. I had because sometimes you got to travel far.
Yeah,
so
sometimes you got to travel.
If you got to
far.
travel far, definitely leave way early. But 3 hours, that's good.
I try to. You know what it is? I try to incorporate time for BS. Maybe traffic. I want to incorporate time for traffic. I want to incorporate time for what if I catch a flat, and I really understand that part of the reason why people book me is because I'm reliable.
That's the number one thing. People, right. That's number one.
All right. Like you don't when you're reliable, you don't really have to be good. You just have to be there, show up and do what you say you're going to do.
Facts.
It just the icing on the cake is that you're good.
And it's surprising how much DJs be late.
All the time.
It's like, damn.
All the time.
I don't even think I've ever been late. And if I have been late, because I do a lot of stuff with the school, so of course something's gonna happen 1 or 2 times. But to I don't even know how I would feel walking into a whole event, people's there, and you walking in with your speakers trying to set up. Like, how would you feel? Like,
you feel crazy.
That ever happened to you?
You feel crazy? Nah, because I always leave early, and if I'm running late, I lost a little bit of time, but I'm still so far ahead of my schedule that I'm good.
Sometimes I ask the clients, "What happened to your last DJ?" They used to tell me, "I book every time he's late." I'm just like, "You kept booking this fool?"
Right. And if I can't be somewhere at a reasonable time to set up and do stuff, I make sure I hit one of my other DJ friends and I put some money in their pocket. We work as a team, and go be here for me so I can arrive on time. I gotta be here, and we just work as a network. But the key is you keep your clients,
the client happy.
Right.
So he just gave y'all 5 gems, 5 DJ hacks.
But be on time, man. Stop coming late. Y'all always late. Even to the club, y'all late. It's crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Y'all got to show up to the club early, too, because y'all niggas be playing the same shit over and over. You know why? Because your ass want to come late. You want to get there 20 minutes, 10 minutes before your set, and you don't even hear what the last DJ just played your whole set. Because y'all niggas got the same set off of YouTube.
Yeah,
or
right.
you stole it from another DJ y'all saw
right,
at the
right,
party
right.
with. You want to shout out some DJs that be stealing your sets?
Oh man. Yeah, listen. If I start hearing DJs play a certain set that I don't even want to play the set no more. Y'all can keep it, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all can
What's
keep
a set that you keep hearing? What's a set that you hear a lot that you hate?
That's a tough one. There's a lot of sets. I think anything where if you go inside the club, you know that this song is gonna follow that song. That kind of sucks, right? As a party goer, as somebody going out to the
That's
club.
every party.
And that
In
is
New York, definitely.
in New York. But that's because the DJs are hearing from each other, but they're also not going home to be creative and do the work. That's part of it too. So
All right. Anything else you wanna talk about? Tell the people.
follow me on my Instagram. Yeah, that part.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
let you shout everything out.
Um
You got anything upcoming? Any upcoming stuff you want to tell
So-
them about? Any ebooks you dropping?
So right now, yeah, I am in the works of working on an ebook. I've been working on this ebook or talking about working on this ebook for almost the last year. So that's definitely something that I want to do. And part of it is because there's a lot of things that as entrepreneurs, because we understand how to DJ, but we don't understand the business. And
Exactly what I said. Don't get lost in that. Want to be hype, be the best club DJ.
yeah, you lose the
And
business.
you're never making no bread.
Right. You lose the business aspect of it, cause really if you stick to the business aspect of it, easy 6 figures, easy. I think really easy,
Really easy.
like really easy.
What's that? That's just like 10 to 20 weddings a year, right? And you're in there?
10 to 20, maybe a little bit more. It depends. It depends. Maybe a little bit more. But you could be really successful, and you don't have to be. It doesn't have to be the wedding route, But
You don't even have to be known. I know a lot of
You don't have
successful
to be
DJs
known.
that's not. I never
no,
heard of.
No, you don't have to be known. It does not have to be weddings. It could be a mixed bag of all types of things. It could just be corporates. It could be just private parties. It could just be it can't be the club because without popularity, you're not gonna be huge in the club without popularity. You need popularity for the clubs without a doubt. And you got to travel, not just New York. You got to move around. Miami, Atlantic City, Vegas, Cali, Texas. You got to move around to like a lot of the big markets. But without doing all of that, just in New York City, you got to remember this is a big city. A lot is going on any given night.
5 boroughs. You could do
5 boroughs. You got Long Island. You got Yonkers. You got New Jersey. We're like right here by Jersey.
My boy say Yonkers. Nigga, you never DJ'd in Yonkers.
Of course I have.
They don't party in Yonkers.
Yonkers, White Plains,
White Plains and all that.
White Plains,
Mad
whatever.
Jamaican parties in Yonkers.
Yeah, they got whatever they got going on up there. I've been up there mad times, even the Bronx. But I be all over the Bronx. I don't know what parts I'm in, but I'll be in the Bronx too. I'll be everywhere.
Niggas ever stole anything off your car in the Bronx?
Nah, not off my car. Did I ever get robbed as a DJ? No.
You never got robbed either?
I think I got robbed by promoters where they like, yo, I ain't got it today, and now you hunting them down for the money.
I don't even.
We all got robbed like that.
Only one person did. One person never paid me in my whole DJ career.
Tell them who it is.
Who?
Nah, don't do
I'll
that.
tell
Don't
you
do
who
that.
it
Don't
is.
do that.
I don't give a fuck. That fucking.
Don't do that.
Oh, all right. Some bitch from out here.
Nah, don't
too,
do that.
From the town too. I'm like,
Don't
yo.
do that.
She's like, I'm like, yo, like, fucking fat bitch.
Nah, we not naming names, but I think just DJs, your brand is what you selling to people.
And I don't run down on them. And usually like y'all niggas don't try to hit me and try to take advantage. But usually if niggas owe me bread, I don't be like, or I don't be on their heels and shit, but niggas always pay me my bread though.
Right.
As
Like,
long as they always pay.
There's certain promoters where it's like, I'd be like, I'm never in life
Gonna DJ for you.
DJ for you again. They'll call they be calling my phone. I just be like, no.
Nah, bro, you don't know how to. Nah.
It's not happening, But I think that's just evolution of me as a person and as an entertainer too. You gotta pick and choose the stages that you get on. I'm not just gonna DJ at your club just to DJ at your club. Like there's certain clubs that you could not get me, you couldn't pay me enough to be in there because it doesn't fit my brand. You know,
I
like
never thought we'd be turning down money, but
I
we
turn
be
it down all the
turning down
time.
money
You know how many times dudes is hitting me like, yo, I got like 400 or 500 for you. And I'd be like, no, I'm not
for
coming.
the underground shit.
I'm
You
not
like,
coming.
I might get shot that night.
I'm not coming. I'm not coming. It's like now it's like I only do what fits my brand. That's why it's like most of
Facts.
2022, you didn't see me necessarily inside the clubs doing every single club, trying to be inside of every single club. You know, to me, you get watered down like that. I'd rather be at certain spots. I'd rather be at the club sometimes for the right bag, at the right venue.
And when the situation is right, you're promoting.
And when the
correctly.
situation is right, if you notice, there's clubs all over what that whole strip in Merrick in South Jamaica, Queens, right? But I only really was at one spot. I could have been on every little hole in the wall, dirty ass little club. No disrespect to anybody that got a little dirty ass club over there, but I could have been at all of them.
Mop your floors, motherfucker.
Mop your floors, word. But it don't fit my brand, so I couldn't touch it. I couldn't touch it.
All right, one more question. You have any DJ influences? Like DJs you look up to?
Right. So like I said, for me, DJing is more than just talent, right? It's a business. So I look at all the successful DJs as potential influence because I always look at guys and I want to see what are they doing right? What can I take from them and implement it into what I'm doing to help me advance? You know what I'm saying? So even though, all right, yo, you might not be Breakfast Club caliber, right? As a DJ just yet, but you got to look at what DJ Envy is doing. You got to look at what DJ Khaled is doing.
You know DJ Envy? I need to talk to this dude. I need the blueprint. 'Cause that's him. I mean, DJ Khaled, you can see what Khaled did, but Envy,
Right.
like Envy did, I don't know what he did. This nigga got 47 kids. They all dripped. Got all them houses, all them cars.
He does a lot of real estate.
Real
too.
estate, I know the car shows everything, but like it don't only have to be DJ. You could use your DJ name to really build other businesses. So
Right.
DJ Envy is definitely
I mean,
somebody.
if you're just a DJ, you're gonna be hurting. You're gonna be hurting. You can't just be a DJ. Like, I mean, you can, but I think that's the harder route.
it's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be tough. You know, it's only a select few that's just gonna make it out of just being a DJ.
I'm just a DJ.
You know, but if you notice, right, the bigger DJs, they're DJ producer, right? DJ Envy, DJ talk show host. You know, there's certain
DJ Takeover podcast host.
right podcast hosts. You know, so you have to do something more than just DJ because anybody can DJ, right? Anybody could pick up turntables tomorrow, become popular. You with the right promo team, you become popular, you good. But you gotta create things and create investments that, you know, create streams of income.
While on tour, did they respect your DJ opinions and shit? Like, yo, I don't think you should do this song. I think the people rock out with this song more.
Oh, absolutely.
And all that.
Absolutely. There was a lot of times, most of the time when we went on stage, I was picking the show sets. So, like, you know, I would run it by Cardi as well. Like, yo, I think this, I think this, I think this, I think this. But for the most part, you know, a lot of that was driven with, you know, the ideas that I had. Or I might sit down with management. Like, we would go back and forth. Like, yo, if we do this, this is how the crowd reacts to this. You know, after you do certain songs, certain amount of times, you know what gets a
With
certain
the crowd.
reaction. Right. And you just kind of try to make it flow right for the right
That's
cities.
something I always wanted to get into. I guess that's like being an A&R and all that.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to get into that. I thought I always had a good ear to be like, yo, this song's gonna be lit. They don't fuck with that song. People albums, put your albums together and shit like that. She let you do it. You was doing stuff like that.
So I actually got
Listening parties and
right. So I actually got production credit on Tidal. There was an episode. Was it? I believe it was it Tidal? I believe it was Tidal. I got to look back, but there was one of the episodes where I got credit as a producer for the show.
Lit. All right, so we're gonna move into the second part of the show, the DJ vibes. You know what I mean? You want to tell them where to find you, your
Word.
Instagram, whatever you use, your link tree, whatever you want.
All right.
Your website.
So yeah, definitely on Instagram at DJ Sparkx, DJ Sparkx. All right. Also, same thing on SoundCloud. If you just Google my name, all of the results come up. You know, just you could find me on all of that. My new website is gonna come out real soon. It's almost done. I got that website plus my entertainment website for my private events is gonna drop. Then I do have a podcast. I got a couple of different podcasts that I'm doing right now, working on. One of them is called Today's Agenda. It's gonna be dope because it's gonna be more of not just interviewing people, but just learning different things. Like you're gonna learn finance, you're gonna learn, you know, the housing market. You're gonna learn, different things that you could take from. You learn taxes. Tax season's right around the corner and stuff.
When you do that though, be like, you know what I mean, make sure that people learn, like at least let them learn something on the show, and then they have to subscribe to the
To get the rest.
to the whoever is coming up there gonna be selling their course book.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Because I hate when I be watching stuff and niggas be like, yeah, we're gonna teach you this, and I'm like, I didn't learn nothing unless I sign up to your shit, man.
Right. Nah. I want to actually give people a platform.
Yeah, give them a little sprinkle.
A little. Right.
Because you went crazy when I was sprinkling over here. You was like, yo, you gonna give everybody diabetes, bro.
I mean, yeah, right. Don't give them too much now. Don't give them too much. I need them to watch my page so they could try to figure out how I'm doing this, how I'm pulling this off. Because if you notice, I barely promote on my page. I barely. But I'm booked every single week quietly. Because like I said, I don't really want to be seen, bro. I just want to make the money and hide a little bit. That's it.
This nigga think he's a Ginsu warrior.
That's it, man.
Silence.
I don't want to talk too much on my page. I don't want to do too much. I might post a couple of jokes. But I don't even post all of the events that I be at. I really be at a lot of events. I don't really post. It's just,
Cause it's spooky out here. These niggas out here pocket watching. I had to stop doing that. I used to post every morning at my school shit. I was like, it's like, yo.
See,
man.
if you post every morning at your school, now people are trying to figure out how do I get into Takeover school.
Yeah, they could. I can't be at every school at every time.
No, you can't. I mean, you can. You can.
Nah,
I can teach you how.
I mean, you can technically by, you know what I mean? I'm going to tell y'all how. He's like, don't.
I'm waiting to see if you know. I'm waiting to see.
Just do your entertainment company, hire some DJs, and then just make sure your company is at these schools, and you make sure you have good representatives of your company, good DJs that's gonna represent you right.
Right.
So that's a little. I'm out here sprinkling on y'all.
He giving y'all diabetes. You see what's going on here?
But you know what? You could take the horse to the lake.
Yeah.
You could give the horse a whole pail of water. You can't make him drink.
Listen, bro, I be at home sometimes. I'm making money at these events. I'm just like, but I'm at home.
So you living the life right now.
I don't want to say that.
I'm
not living the life. Not yet.
Doing the Rick Ross on the
Nah.
I wasn't even at the concert and I'm making my monies.
I'm just saying it's a way for it to be done. You know what I mean? If you got the right network, and you understand the business, it can be done. Like the truth is, it's like I don't want to be 50 and DJing. I don't want to be 50 and DJing. By that point, I want to have,
But you're gonna
elevated.
be 50 and DJing.
Right. But I don't want to do it because I have to. I want to. If I'm 50 and DJing, is at this point I want it to be for my leisure.
I be thinking about that too. Like, damn, like, shit is tough.
Right. So you gotta take the right steps to get yourself situated and have everything right.
So you just want to be running shit. You just want to be sending the DJs out at 50. You don't think you're gonna be one of vibing anymore.
Oh, I'm still perform. Probably.
The cool guys gonna be like, "Damn, Sparkx, remember?"
Only if I'm 50 and I still look 30, because after a certain age, you just old.
You like how old now? 37.
It don't matter.
You said you're 30. You're gonna be 50 looking.
I'm gonna be 50.
You're gonna pause. You're gonna be looking good still. So you know what I mean? You don't look old now. You don't look 30 something now.
God willing.
They think you when you go to the high schools, they think you fit in, right?
Sometimes they don't think I'm as old as I am.
Yeah, so you're gonna be good.
But
because Brown Boy, that nigga came here. He said he was like 68. I was like, God damn, nigga.
Trying to play my boy. Yeah, I mean
Brown Boy. I didn't know he was that old. He looks great for his age.
Yeah, he looks great for his age.
Him and his cousin. I was like, damn. So I thought y'all niggas was 20 something like me, but
right.
Niggas say he was 65.
Yeah, these are the OGs, man. They've been DJing way longer than me.
All right, so go ahead. We talked. Shout your shit out again, and let's get to the next part.
But just the Instagram, all of that. Follow me. Just rewind the video. Go get it. Be on there
At DJ Sparkx with the K and then the X at the end.
That's it. That's it.
And Takeover Talk, episode 9. We gonna move into the next segment. Y'all already know the vibes. Let's get into it.